Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm here with my brother today. He was at the UK Nationals, was it 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
Last week, 2017 UK Nationals. And what place did you come?
44th.
44th again. What deck were you playing?
True Wallet Demise.
And why do you call it True Wallet?
Because it's so expensive. Not anymore, but it was a lot more expensive when I first got it.
Oh yeah, with the diagram, the masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna start telling us what card you used?
Yeah, so first we start off with double masterpiece. Best card in the deck, I'd say. It's like Towers 2.0.
And why did you not use 3? Why 2?
It's because the thing is, because I play the Demise variant, you can brick really easily. Like if you activate Demise, you draw another one of him, then you can't summon him because you need 2 things to summon him. Summon him with, if you're going first, you summon him with spells and monsters. If second, you go trap and monsters. Monsters obviously because of the Trident. But the thing is, Zoo have a problem against this because they can't target him. They can't do anything with their monsters, so the only out is either Dark Hole if he's not affected by spells, or I don't know, Strike if they still play that. Very good card. So you only play 2 of it. Then we have 3 of the best baby True Draco. So he's really good because, I mean, level 6, 2500 attack. Very powerful, very easy to summon. You just tribute one of your spells and traps to summon him. The spells and traps also have effects when you tribute them, or when they leave the field, go to the grave. He searches traps for you, and that's really good because you summon him, and if you have Masterpiece in your hand, you search a trap off him when your opponent activates a card or effect, and then you use that trap's effect to tribute someone during your opponent's turn, and you get a free pop off that. Really, really good. The traps are really powerful, and I'll get to them later. There's 3 of him. I only play the 1 Maiden because, I mean, you have Diagram, you have Pot, you have Demise. You can search. You have a lot of ways of getting to your monsters. I mean, you don't really play that many monsters anyway. But in case you have that and a trap, you can search your Masterpiece and then summon him using the trap and her.
So you use 3 of the babies because spell and traps are more important than monsters?
Basically, yeah, because the traps and spells do a lot more than what the monsters do on field.
Okay.
So I use 1 of her. I used this is very debatable. Nobody uses him because I don't know, people think he's the worst one. I actually think he's fine at 1 because number 1, he's got a really big butt, 2800, and again for a level 6 it's really good. And he stops your other True Dracos from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. So suppose you don't have any spells to tribute for Masterpiece, you summon him, and then if you have him on the side, if you summon him back with a return, you'll see later, he'll be in defense. He's got 2800, and they activate Dark Hole, he dies, your Masterpiece stays there, so they've just wasted a card. They want to target him with any other card effect that he can be affected by. They can't do that because, again, can't be targeted or destroyed. So this guy's really good, and if you tribute summon him, and like if you have no other way of getting anything on board, if he leaves the field, so this can be goes to grave, banished, goes to hand. You can special summon a True Draco, True King from your deck. That's always good to stall, just in case you're out of all options. But I had to side him out every single time
So do you recommend that every True Draco deck should play that, or would it be better to use a different card?
This is just kind of my spice. I think the thing is, I didn't really have an Ignis Heat, so that would probably be a better thing to add because you can search your spells. So I didn't have one of them.
So for the decks, Ignis Heat would be...
Yeah. Probably use Ignis Heat, but it's just, when I play him, people get confused, and, you play the player, not the game, so... It's really good. Then, I wish I had more of him. This is kind of a win condition against Zoo. You summon him in the first turn, and, they don't know what to do anymore. They summon him, the only way to out it is either with a Thoroughblade, or with Whiptail, and, yeah, they don't really have anything. But the thing is, if you have Apocalypse on the field, I'll get into the card later, but Apocalypse is so powerful, you keep halving their attack, they can't get over this. If they don't draw a Dark Hole or something of the sort, you just keep on beating them down with 1200. You don't special summon much anyway, so it doesn't really affect you.
Would you ever set the card, or do you always normally
setting it... The thing is, when they have Trident on board, there's no point in summoning him, because if you're going second, you normal summon him, they'll just pop up with Trident, or with, I don't know, any other card, but you just set him if you know that they don't know what you're playing. They might think you're setting a Maxi or a Ghost Ogre or something because you drew really badly. But yeah, he was MVP. I have to say he was probably the best. When I get into my matchups, you'll know why. Then for hand traps, you can't play many hand traps in this variant because of Demise. Everything will go to the grave. Maxi is very good, obviously because you activate this when you go in second against Zoo. Yeah, they just stop playing the game. And you can activate this before you activate Demise because it's it doesn't have a condition of activating it when your opponent activates something. So you discard it, then you activate Demise. You still get the +3, and it's really good, of course. And Ghost Ogre, it's just Ghost Ogre, isn't it? You just they try and do anything. You just pop it. Like you're playing against DRACO Zoo, they activate Diagram. You pop Diagram. You're playing against Zodiacs. You pop Barrage. You pop Dryden. You pop Broadbull. You pop Leica, and they just.
So why do you use one Ghost Ogre, not 2 or 3 like other people do?
Well, firstly, yeah, to be fair, I was trying to keep it to 40 cards, so that's why I only had space for one. But again, if I had more than one, I can brick with the Demise. Because when you activate Demise, you don't want to draw any of these. It's just not good.
And in a mirror match, what would you take Maxi out for? Because obviously if you're in a mirror, then they're not going to be special summoning much.
Yeah, if I had a mirror, Maxi definitely goes out. Probably added a Drone Lockbird. I'll get onto the card later when I go to my side. But that's my monster lineup, so that's not a lot of monsters, like 10 or so. Then we have the most broken card in today's meta, Card of Demise. It's just in this deck you're not even special, so it doesn't even matter. You just get this out. You get out whatever you want. You activate this. You have 3 extra cards. You set all your spells and traps. You pass turn, and you've already got a lot of advantage. You use your spells to tribute summon again. So Demise is very, very good. I mean, you don't need to do damage first turn. It's really good. Very, very good.
And do you think the effect of not doing damage is bad, or?
Well, yeah, no, it's fine because if you get control over the board, then it doesn't really matter what your opponent has. Then we play 3 Duality. This is to get into Demise if you don't have it in your start hand. Again, special something we don't care about that anyway. It's fine. It's very good. You don't need to do anything when you activate this card. You just search for what you need, set everything that you need, and then you pass turn. And Demise is what you're trying to get into.
Do you have problem like getting duality from duality?
Yeah, that happens too much.
Would you
I don't like that.
not run 2 or 1 or just 3?
No,
why don't you run 2 or 1? Because you can get duality from duality.
Yeah, no, but the chances are just low. You just want it in your hand.
Okay.
Whenever possible.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then we play the most expensive card in the deck as far as I'm aware. 3 times Diagram. This card is big.
Broken.
This card is so good. It's just so, I don't know, I mean, like people have been playing Terraforming and this card, but because of loads of people using Drone Lockbird, there's no point, because you activate Terraforming, you search this, you activate Drone Lockbird, and then you can't play anymore because you can't do anything with this.
Okay.
Very good card. Boost your monsters, so your Dynamite becomes 2800. For a level 6, 2800 is very, very strong. It can't be destroyed once per turn if they're tribute summoned, and yeah, the main effect is you pop something and you get to search you get to search the whole archetype, which
would it be better to set the card then pop it, or to pop it in your hand?
Well, yeah, the spells and traps have effects when they leave the field, so from the field to the graveyard. That's why you probably set a card and then you pop it, and then you get to have the extra effect as well, so you're going +1 whenever you get it off. The only problem I had with using Diagram is people using Ghost Ogre, because they just get rid of the card and you turn
So
it.
does the effect not activate if you Ghost Ogre?
No, it's just,
okay.
it's annoying. Ghost Ogre was probably my worst nightmare over the weekend. We play 3 of Disciples. This is your cheap Emerald. People have Daigusto Emerald. I just have this card. It's so good. It helps you recycle your resources, so if they go to the grave, you just get to get them back to your deck. When the spells leave the field to grave, they pop a spell or trap, which is always good because free advantage. So it's really good. And again, they help you have an extra tribute summon, so Eidos from the Monarchs. But they're just spell version, so it doesn't even take up your normal summon. So you tribute summon them. Then you can still normal summon if you want. It's just.
So do you play Twin Twister or MST in this deck, or do you not recommend it because you got spells?
Well, these help with the back row anyway, but Twin Twister, you can't really afford to play that. It's just, you need your resources. Twin Twister just gets rid of something in your hand. And yeah, this can recover it, but you don't want to get rid of anything.
Okay.
Play Triple Heritage. This is your Pot of Greed. So this allows you to draw a card for every single different True Draco True King type of card that went to the graveyard this turn. So this includes your opponents as well. So if you're in the mirror, it's really good. So you activate this card. You basically activate this. Use this effect to tribute summon a monster. You use Diagram to pop a trap or whatever. And then you tribute summon your monster with your normal summon, or with this effect tribute summon, and then you can activate this and draw 3 cards, and it's just wow. You just draw into whatever you want. You're bound to draw into Demise. You can go plus again. Really, really good card. That's why I wanted to play Ignis Heat, because he can search these cards. But each effect is only once per turn, so you have to know when to play each card. It's a really good card. Really, really good card. Mm-hmm. Then for the back row removal, I actually played double Cosmic Cyclone.
Why not Mystical Space Typhoon?
Mystical Space Typhoon, the problem with that is, number one, if you play in the mirror, they can pop your stuff, which is not good. And if you banish their stuff, Masterpiece can't use them to destroy your stuff. Also, Barrage, if you banish Barrage rather than destroying it, they can't activate the effect of Barrage to attach it again to one of the XEs. It's just really good. Like anything that would have Paleos again, even though I didn't actually face against any Paleos, but this would have been very good against.
Pretty
Paleos.
good against Cosmotown as well, because you can banish.
Yeah, Cosmotown, definitely. That's a very good thing. Yeah, of course. It's just a very good card. I mean, 1,000 life points, you don't really care much about your life points.
Is it worth 1,000 life points?
Definitely, because one combo that people don't know about is you activate Diagram. They activate something to, they might activate Imperial Order. You chain this card to Imperial Order, banish Imperial Order, then you can get to pop the same card using the effect of Diagram, and that's just, the combos are real.
Mm-hmm.
Double Forbidden Chalice, because Trident will be your worst nightmare. You will activate Diagram, effect of Diagram, they will pop Diagram, but if you have this in your hand, you chain it, you activate Chalice on Trident, and then you get to pop Chalice with the effect of Diagram anyway, like with the Cosmic Cyclone. It's a really good card, just against your opponent from doing anything.
Okay.
Field wipes, I got a Raigeki and a Dark Hole.
Why do you not use 2 Dark Holes, why only 1?
Again, I wanted to keep it to 40 cards, and I actually want to go first, so I think I don't actually want to draw any of these, because Demise again makes them go to the grave. I can set them if I want to, but I'd rather have other things set. This is mainly for going second, but it was fine. Okay. It helped. We have Triple Apocalypse. This is one of the best cards of the deck. Not the best, but one of the best. It helps you play the game even when you're not playing. So if the effect is, you can target one of the True Draco True King card you have, destroy it, and then you get to halve the attack and defense of all your opponent's monsters. And that's really good, because if you destroy your spells or traps, you get to pop some of the other cards as well, and you don't take as much damage anyway. If you pop your trap, you get to pop their monster. So the traps pop monster, the spells pop spell traps. Really good. You get to pop. You get to tribute summon in your opponent's turn. So if you tribute this card to summon your Dynamite, you pop your opponent's monsters. You just disrupt their players. It's really, really, really good, and it protects your Fossil Dyna, which is very good. Then we have True King's Return, the monster reborn of the deck. Every single turn you get to special summon a True Draco from your graveyard. It's not as broken as people think, because the True Dracos don't have the effects anymore if they're special summoned. I mean, it is pretty broken, because it can still pop your opponent's monster when it goes to the grave. And again, the same effect of tribute summoning during your opponent's turn. It's always really good. So you basically have 2 tribute summons during your opponent's turn, 2 pops during your opponent's turn. Very good card.
Okay. And
for my one-offs, I have Imperial Order. This wins games.
Do you not think it's risky playing Imperial Order with the amount of spells you play?
The thing is, there's 2 things. Number one, you want to go first. So you have done everything anyway, so you set this card. Your opponent tries to Dark Hole you, you're like, no. It's just, that's where game ends. Okay. Against True King Dino, it's very good. Against the mirror match, it's very good.
And you can pretty much get rid of it whenever you want.
Yeah, I could get rid of it because I could tribute it. And that's just what I can do is I can tribute my spells, and then my spells can pop this if I want to. So that's
also fine. Do you think
it's
good that it went from banned to wand, or do you think it still should be banned?
It's very powerful in today's meta, because if you get a really good board and you activate this during your opponent's turn, if your opponent is having out against this, they basically lost, and that's...
And yeah, it's pretty much their turn, because when it's your turn, you can pretty much get rid of it whenever you want.
Yeah, 700 life points is nothing. It's very strong.
Okay.
I play the Drowning. That's a spicy card. Because suppose you activate a Demise and you don't draw any monsters, you set 5, including this card, and then they attack you, nobody expects a Drowning. Or if you do have a monster, and they get over the monster, they'll think, oh, it's fine, we got over it. It means he doesn't have a Quaking or a Mirror Force or whatever. And you activate this and nobody expects it, and you just disrupt their plays.
But would it not be safer to use, say, Storming? Because in case you do have a monster, but they can go over it, just activate Storming.
The thing with Storming is, if they have like... if they have a monster that can go back to the hand, they can use it next turn again. We don't want that. We don't want them to lose the resources.
Okay.
So back into the deck is better, I think.
Okay.
And finally, I play one strike. Why? Because I only have one.
So would you run 2 or 3 if you had them, or?
Actually no. I think one was okay, because the thing is today, in today's meta, you just in your first turn you do everything, so it doesn't really actually matter if you have strike or not. I used it, I think, maybe twice throughout the weekend. I sided it out every time because, I don't know, you just don't need it against the other decks. It's very good against dinos. They try to activate Miscellaneous Horse from the grave and you just activate this and they can't do anything. It's really good.
Okay. And do you have an extra deck, or?
For my extra deck, I play 1 token. Because this deck doesn't really have an extra deck. Actually, to be fair, I do have an extra deck, but I don't have my extra deck with me because... my extra deck was invoked cards, so loads of invoked cards. But unfortunately I borrowed them from someone, from a friend, and that's why I had to give them back. Don't have them with me, but I played, Mechaba, Raijin, basically every single invoked monster that I played, Utopia and Lightning, and
Did you find yourself using them much, or it's just like...
Utopia, the XEs I didn't really summon, but the invoked, I'll get into why I have invoked in a bit. So basically invoked was my spicy tech, so my whole side deck was the invoked engine. And my opponent would side out the D barriers, back C and everything, and then the next duel I would take out my demise and put in my invoked engine.
So you're playing the person?
Yeah, again, like I said, play the player. That's what you do, play the player, not the game.
Did that tactic work? Sliding?
Yeah, nobody expected the Alistair when I summoned it. Because you could use your spells to tribute summon, you could still have your Alistair normal summon. You can banish your opponent's cards from the grave as well, so it's really good.
Okay.
The side deck cards that I do have though with me are double draw Lockbird. Because I side out the demise, I can use this card. It's a material for your Raijin because it's wind, but also it just your opponent activates terraforming. You activate this, they give up. They can't do anything anymore. It stops your opponent's Zodiac +5 combo, which is very annoying. So I decided to go second in my second duel. It's really powerful card in today's meta, and it's very underrated, I'd say. And I also played Winged Dragon of Ras Famo. This card is so spicy. It's
okay. Not a lot of people use it. You want to explain why you used it?
Basically your opponent has a very big board. They have a Dryden, Emerald, and I don't know, something else. Maybe even Masterpiece if they're playing against 2 Draco Zoo. And you just think, what do I do against that? 1 Kaiju will not help me. So you just summon that and then it's game over. And
did you use this in the...
I actually only summoned this once. This is day 2.
Okay.
Against True King Dino, he had Ultimate Conductor, Lagia, and VFD.
Okay.
I just summoned that. And he scooped. The other cards are just the Alistair and Invoked, but unfortunately I don't have them with me. I had some Kaijus as well, just to get over Masterpiece. It was, that was about it. I think maybe 1 more Ghost Ogre, but unfortunately I don't have those cards with me.
So what kind of matchups did you have?
So I played against, my first duel was Pure Zoo. I lost. When you lose your first duel, you just think, what's got that? You don't want to play anymore. But then I won the next 6 duels of the day.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. It's a pretty good deck if you ask me, because I duel him quite a bit as well, and I do have a lot of difficulties with, for example, Masterpiece. That's why I think it's a really good deck, and if you ask me, Dark Destroyer should be 2-3 if Masterpiece is to 3. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you would like to leave any comments down below on how you play the deck, or better cards that could be in the deck, then just leave in the comments below. But other than that, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.